Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, dogs, and cats, and welcome back to Calm Down Level Up. So here we're again in our 100 World Tension AI battle. Welcome back, guys. We're here viewing Morocco struggling to survive in France. Man, I think Morocco's gonna take a big hit here. As you can see, the Middle Eastern Coalition troops are just all over the place. They've taken the entire coast. Well, except I guess they could technically get away in Basque country, but they're not going to. They're not going to escape. They're just going to get surrounded here like these guys did. They're surrounded by two enemies, actually. They're surrounded by the Middle Eastern Coalition and the European Federation, which is actually right here still. European Federation, the Italians still hold Genoa, and they've gone all the way to take Monaco. Wait. No, controller is Iraq. Who's in? Oh, Iraq is in. Yeah, Iraq's in the Middle Eastern Coalition. So, if we look through faction mode here, we can see European Federation ends a little bit after Genoa, and then the Middle Eastern Coalition control goes out to Marseille, Nice, Monaco. Sorry, I say it wrong. I say it wrong all the time. Jeez. And they control. Andorra still hasn't got involved. They control Catalonia and a bunch of other. Actually, no. Look, the African Entente. They have one little spot in Catalonia still. They're holding on. Brazil was given a state here in Marseille, actually, so they hold that one. But the Austrians are coming from the north, and they now have Lyon again. So the Middle Eastern Coalition occupation of this part of France is coming back. It was repulsed, and now it's back. Holy shit! Welcome back, guys. Sorry there hasn't been too many episodes lately. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've just been busy with homework, but I'm going to be on break soon. So when my break starts, I will definitely have more time to put out more videos and stuff. So yeah, make sure to keep sticking around for that. Oh shit, what's going on down here? So the Egyptians are obviously pushing in pretty hard. They've taken all Libya back, but Tunisia has still not been pushed into, and Algeria, which is Morocco's biggest puppet. I think it might be their only puppet, actually. Let's check. Yep, Algeria is their only puppet. Is making a little bit of an army. So they have troops here to defend. They have troops here to defend these against these Egyptians here. Also down here, Uganda struggling. They lost their Yitrian ally. Shit. And they're holding on down here now. I think there might be still some Yitrian troops though. Yeah, there's like one there. Just trying to hold on for Uganda. And all these guys, I realized all these guys down here are in the faction, but they're not really helping. They're just holding all the troops in these little spots, in these little pockets. They could totally send a huge army out and help defend and help actually crush these guys, but they're not going to do that, it looks like. So they're just chilling down there. Oh, Western Uganda and Raj is doing a little bit better, actually, as it looks like, actually. Oh, shit, I need to select up here. Because they had the Persians had a big select pocket of troops here, but looks like they're not there anymore. They've been repulsed. But look at this army here. Oh my god. 20, 25. Oh my god, Jesus. There's so many troops in just each stack. I don't think that they have a lot of attrition, though. It looks like they're going to have a hard time pushing in. But it looks like the Pakistanis are kind of regaining control of what they're holding on to here. They've lost pretty much all of China that they had. Maybe one little spot or two. Yeah, there's a province they have there. They still have that one. A lot of you guys were talking about the importance of who holds China just because of all the manpower, and that's true. There's a shitload of manpower in China. And actually, we could go to the resource map mode, and this is what China has. So, as you can see, India, who is now China, but Republic of China is allied with them. They now control the majority of the resources instead of Pakistan. But Pakistan has a ton of the ones in India too. So also East Turkestan holding a lot of them in sort of North Pakistan and Bangladesh. Actually, no, those are all out of Bangladesh. Shit. East Turkestan, jeez, you just got conned, man. The Austrians, I think for the first time, have reached the coast. Looks like Mercier was given to the Austrians from the Brazilians, and the Moroccans may have. No, they didn't. They still don't have any coast. I was thinking they might have taken the coast back somewhere so they could get away, but nope. They might all be surrounded and killed there. Oh shit! England or probably Turkey actually, and Austria have plans to invade the Soviet Union. Do you have war goals on them? Soviet Union. I guess not, because there's no war goals up here. So they're just planning on it. They're creating plans to attack the Soviet Union. There's definitely a lot of tension here between the Soviet Union with the Asian Entente and the Middle Eastern Coalition. Remember though, the Middle Eastern Coalition hold everything up to Moscow. Jeez, it's a lot of territory for the Soviets not to hold. If the Soviets really wanted to win, then they would need to be holding that stuff. So it's going to be difficult for them, but they are, remember, fighting a lot of other fronts. So I'm not sure if I'm not really sure who would win actually between the Soviet Union and the Middle Eastern Coalition for a while at least. I think the Middle Eastern Coalition definitely has an edge, but as you can see here, there's no border here because there's all these neutral countries that create sort of a wall. So the only border would be just the large one here, and if the Soviet Union did good, they could shrink that border by capturing that, which would shrink all of this down. I think the Soviet Union has a chance if it's able to shrink that border down. But let's check in on what the Soviet Union is doing. Oh wait, that's the Russian state. I need the Soviet Union. Okay, Soviet Union here. Whoa. Kazakhstan, why are you on the border like that? Holy shit, there's a lot of troops. Okay. Oh, something's happening. Okay, so Soviet Union is justifying war goals against Kazakhstan. I see. Okay, so Kazakhstan is freaking huge. I mean, it has a lot of troops. 60 divisions. Okay. What about Soviet Union? Oh, 30. I think Kazakhstan might take over the Soviet Union, guys. I think that might happen. Kazakhstan's neutral. Kazakhstan is neutral. This is gonna be weird. Down in Southern Africa, I shouldn't say South Africa. Mozambique, look at this. They have defeated pretty much all the Middle Eastern Coalition nations down here. They're working on Angola now, which it looks like they're having a little bit of trouble with, just because Angola is one of the stronger ones down here. But they've surrounded and killed everything. I guess, technically, which one's this? Zambia is still alive with like 3 troops there defending it, but not for long. And then once they actually are killed off, oh, Morocco was given all this territory here. So Morocco is given a southern colony. Some of you guys said that the reason the United States is not invading Brazil is because they are actually guaranteeing them just because of their tree. And I checked, and they're actually not. So they're guaranteeing the independence of a lot of Pacific countries, but not Brazil. So that's not the reason why they're not invading. I think the reason why they're not invading is just because the AI is stupid. That's always what it comes down to. Oh shit, and England is invading, that's Newfoundland. Shit. There he goes. Just walking through. So what does this look like down here now with the Pakistan border? I think they're winning. They've taken at least a couple more provinces, I can definitely tell. Shit, so we might see a resurgence. Oh, Uzbekistan though, they are not doing too good. They had an army, but it looks like a lot of divisions died possibly. Yeah, that one just died there. Yeah, Middle Eastern Coalition just has, their army is just so giant. It's insane. They can put giant waves of troops wherever they want, whenever they want. So looking into Kazakhstan, they've got about 40 days left before they get invaded by the Soviet Union, which I think they're gonna win just because, or I mean, the Kazakhstan's gonna win just because they have so many more troops. But when this happens, here's something to point out, just to show you guys. So look at which party ideology they are. They are reactionary, and just to point out, Morocco and Morocco's faction is a completely reactionary faction. So we might see a new member of the African Entente here in a sec if Kazakhstan does get declared war on, or if they start taking over things. So if they were to take over the Soviet Union and just adopt them instead, you know, just occupy them, and were to join the Middle Eastern or African Entente, then there would be a war here with this Middle Eastern Coalition over here. They could try to capture back Moscow, try to capture back a ton of this stuff before, you know, the Middle Eastern Coalition makes this area a priority, just because they're sort of making these areas priority right now, like Palestinian Persia. Look how many troops they're putting on Uzbekistan, and look how many troops they're putting on Pakistan. It's just a lot. So I think Actually, we can check England. How many troops do they have? Whoops. That's not what I wanted to click. England, oh yeah, their faction has like very, very, very little here. South Africa is actually supporting the Middle Eastern Coalition, even though they're in the AEDU. Maybe just because their faction's so boring that they want to do something else. I would assume. So yeah, England is going to have a hard time here if they get surprise attacked by Kazakhstan, if Kazakhstan does join the African Entente. And I don't think it would take very much to capitulate the Soviet Union, because Kazakhstan is very huge. They've got troops across a huge portion of their land. They could just push out, you know, capture Volgograd, all this stuff pretty fast. And then they would only have to go, I guess they would have to go all the way over here in order to capitulate the Soviet Union, but I don't think it would take too much. Okay, the war goal is complete. Is the Soviet Union going to declare war, though? That's the question. Let's see. Oh shit, that's the Russian state. The Russian state has not, I mean, they have pretty much capitulated and they're occupied, but they've not died yet. They're still just under occupation. There's been no divvying up of the land. As you can see, they're actually still alive over in this island up here. That's where they survive now. That's where they live. So this is an example of some of Kazakhstan's units. Right now they're building a lot of mechanized infantry type 7, and this is all it is. So I think Kazakhstan's army might not be very strong. Oh, and there it goes. Okay. Shit. Neutral foreign policy. Oh shit, okay. Hold on. Let me just take in what just happened. So they're at war with, yep, North Korea, the Vietnam, Soviet Union, and Communist German state. Okay. No neutral foreign policy for Kazakhstan anymore. Soviet Union declared war in Kazakhstan. Okay. So we're viewing through Kazakhstan right now, and you can see that they're winning a lot of their battles, actually. Oh shit, well, a Russian tank has moved in here. They're losing kind of in the west. Kazakhstan joined African Entente, just like I said. Okay, cool. So that changes a lot too, actually. I think that creates a border down here, possibly? Let's see. Whoops. Or it will soon, maybe? Yeah, there is one. There is one border. There's a province right here that they could walk into if they wanted. But so it looks like the African Entente would benefit from working together with the Syrian Union, just because of they're both fighting the same enemy. And oh shit! Look, Tunisia has been attacked by Austrians and Angolese, and you know, Egyptians. This might. Oh, Romania controls all this. This might show the beginnings of the occupation of Algeria and Morocco, possibly by the Middle Eastern Coalition, if they can get there, which is looking like they're gonna. The African Entente might actually not exist for that long, but I think, what do they need to capitulate, actually? I forget about that. That's a good question. Let's go check. It should be like way down here, actually. Morocco and East Turkestan. So Morocco, I don't know. I mean, if the Middle Eastern Coalition continues to push into Algeria and get close to Morocco, then they might capitulate. East Turkestan, though, I'm not sure if they're going to capitulate anytime soon. India has definitely taken a lot of this land back, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get all the way in here. East Turkestan, we can check their forces. What? Oh my god, look. There's a ton of Americans in India. That's why they're doing so good. Oh my god. Okay, so this is where the Americans are focusing right now. That makes a lot of sense. They're recapturing China for India. That's what they're doing. Okay. Kazakhstan is winning and losing a little bit. Like, we can see here that they've lost a couple provinces here, but they've gained one here, they've gained one here, they've lost one there. So, we don't really know, actually. Looks like Kazakhstan's army is definitely way bigger, but it doesn't really look like that really means that they're winning this war. I think their units are just, or their divisions are just really terrible. Morocco called Algeria into the Soviet Kazakhstani war. Shit. This might also, I guess, get the Soviet Union to build more stuff. Okay, they are building a grand army. I think we looked at this last time. They are building quite a huge army. They need a lot of infantry equipment, though, and I'm not sure how they're doing at infantry equipment. Let's check. Oh yeah, they're like 10,000 in the hole right now. They're in the hole with a lot of things. Not motorized, but looks like tank equipment they are. Infantry equipment they are. So if you guys are interested, this is what the faction map mode looks like now. African Entente, huge portion of Central Asia now, just because two pretty big countries actually, and one country that's taken a lot of land, and a ton of Africa. Africa is quite pink now. It used to not be very pink. It used to be more gray, or I guess greenish gray than pink, but I think it's more pink now. Also, the Middle Eastern Coalition is constantly trying to make little landings on Ireland, but they keep failing them just because it's so well defended here. The Africans are very much more focusing now up here. They have a ton of divisions. They have a ton of divisions from countries that weren't really helping before. Like you can see, Cabo Verde is now helping this island nation down here that had a ton of units stacked. I think Liberia is now sending their troops around. Oh shit! Did Ghana make a little bit of a move here? Is that what happened? Because they might be having a little bit of trouble having troops here now because they've been sending them all elsewhere. But don't lose this, African Entente. That's important for you to hold. Yeah, there's a ton of Liberians here now. Look at this. And Mali, too. Malis. No, wait, no. Is that Malis? That just might be a flag glitch there. Liberia and Guinea are helping out. Well, Ghana's back, and they might lose, the African Entente might lose this whole group of countries here, including Togo, which put a lot of troops out there. Just because they sent all the troops out everywhere else and didn't finish off Ghana. And now they're losing it all because a couple of runaway troops, so they might have to send troops back. There's so many troops always in the water everywhere. It's crazy. And surprisingly, Morocco still holds land in Europe. They hold Toll House. Is that how you say that? Toll House? Possibly. And they hold Basque as well. But they've lost everything over here. And actually, the European Federation is getting a little bit scared, as you can tell. Jeez, if they were ever going to go to war with, or if Bosnia was ever going to invade something, they would definitely do pretty good. They've a lot of army buildup. But the Middle Eastern Coalition has a lot of Italy under their control right now, and they're not really trying to retake it, even though they could. They could send a troop right over there, but they're not gonna. Because they're a stupid AI. Oh shit. Malawi just joined a European Federation. Is that how you say that? Malawi? That's right here, right? Malawi? Yeah. Okay. So, what does that mean? They're not at war, though, with the African Entente, I don't think. Well, yes, they are. They're definitely at war. That means Mozambique is going to be attacking Malawi now, increasing their control over this area of southern Africa. Yep, so African Entente lost Togo, Ghana, what is this area? Holet? And, oh, I'm not even going to attempt to say that one. They lost this whole area just from being lousy. So now Ghana is back and kind of big, actually. They can actually support the Middle Eastern Coalition now. But yeah, guys, we're probably going to have to end this one here. The war between the Soviet Union and Kazakhstan is going to be very slow because they both don't have very many troops. As you can see, though, the Soviet Union is building up troops. And Kazakhstan is kind of holding. They've been digging out little tunnels like this. As you can... Oh shit, I keep burping. Jeez. As you can see, I think they're going to try and go get Volgograd, but I'm not sure how that's going to work. Soviet Union is definitely has more troops than they did. Actually, we can check right now if you want. They've got 47 now, so they've about doubled since the war started, possibly. I think when the war started, they had around 25. So, yeah, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked this, make sure to leave a like and a favorite, subscribe. Make sure to tell me what you think's gonna happen with the Northern African campaign. What's going on there with Egypt versus, you know, Morocco. What you think's gonna happen between the Soviet Union and Kazakhstan. Remember, guys, if the Soviet Union does kill Kazakhstan, that gives them open access straight into East Turkestan, which they could be able to push into and capture the capital really fast, which would actually be beneficial to China as well. But it looks like, looking through the Soviet Union, it looks like they are at war with the European Federation, which, I mean, of course they are. I just forgot. They're not, the one they are not at war with, though, is Middle Eastern Coalition. So it's kind of confusing. If East Turkestan does capitulate, then they'll have a big border with India, which is being heavily supported by the United States. So that is scary for them. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this episode, make sure to leave a like and a favorite and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.